Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to this session on AWS certifications, and you can know which certification path is ideal for you, right? So if you guys are here on Zoom, we're also streaming live on YouTube. So if you're joining us from there, just let us know on the live chat. If you're on Zoom, quickly introduce yourself here. My name is Aparna. I'm going to be your host for today. Yes. Oh, have I disabled the chat? No, chat is enabled. Let me know very quickly your name and the city that you're from. Kaushik, hi, good evening. Lira, good morning to you. Okay. Kalyani, hi. Patricia, good day to you as well. Pallavi from Muscat. Okay. Okay, hi Sanjay. Right. Hi Miriam. Nice to have all of you here. We're going to get started very soon. Hi, Naveen. Good evening. Hi, Caleb. Good evening again. Good evening. Good morning. It's nice to have all of you here. So, quick question: are you all already into cloud computing? Let me know whatever your situation is. Yes. Yes, Kalyani, we will be talking about the Cloud Architect Master's Program. Okay. A quick yes or a no. If you are already someone who is in the cloud computing domain, just yes or a no. Okay, entry level, some of you yes, some of you no. Okay. Great. No. Nishant says no. Okay. Memon says yes. All right. A lot of you um, say no. Okay, great. Great. So I think it's a mixed bag here. Some of you feel that this could be your step where you can decide which certification you can choose in AWS. There are multiple paths that you can choose, and we'll get started very soon. We're just waiting for our expert to switch on his mic and video, and then we'll quickly get started. Just some technical issues at his end, but in case you guys are wondering what exactly we are referring to today, I'm just sending you a link, and if you just open that PDF, and you could find this on the AWS website as well. So take a look at the link that we have shared. Now, here there are multiple certification paths that you can choose. Starting with the fundamental certification that you will need to the advanced level certifications for each job role in networking. It can be in security, it can be in DevOps, it can be in development, it can be in architecture, whatever it is. You'll find that there are multiple certification paths. I mean, there's a certification path for each career that you choose, right? So this webinar is to help you understand what these certification paths are all about. Generally speaking, how are the certifications lined up? What is the level of certifications? And which career path is probably the most ideal for you, right? So Kalyani, really appreciate your, your points that you're adding, but it is distracting the other people as well. So please limit your interaction on the chat because it might distract the other learners as well, right? So before we start, just some quick ground rules. Yeah. So the session is being recorded. So if you miss something in the session, please do not worry. And if you feel that there's a question that needs to be answered, please put it on the Q&A box and avoid flooding the chat box with questions or suggestions or whatever it is. Just try to limit your questions to say one sentence or two because it might distract the others as well. Now, if you have questions related to the program, we will take them towards the end of the session. Yeah. Yes. And last thing, you will receive a certificate in the next couple of days. So you'll be asked your name, and that will be, collected through the different polls that there are, right? So again, as a part of the session, we'll be launching multiple polls just to understand whether you're interested in the program, what your work experience is. Just a very quick poll on your work experience. And we're just going to launch that right now while we take our speaker online. So you can use the poll to answer what your work experience is. People watching us on YouTube, you could use the live chat, right? So I'm just going to leave it live for a couple of minutes and I'll be right back and we'll be starting the session. We'll be starting the session after that. Yeah.
Yeah, hi Aparna.
Hi, Dr. Purushottam. I was just
I'm sorry.
no problem.
Yeah.
So I was just collecting the information on their work experience. We were just about to get started with the session. So once the poll results are here, I'll be sharing them with you and then you can take over.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Great, Kalyani. Everyone else, please put your answers, responses on the poll. Live chat is enabled. I can read your message. So I can very much read your message on YouTube. If there's anyone else who wants to share their answers, please use the live chat on YouTube. People on Zoom, use the poll. Okay? Yes. So I told you what the agenda of the session today is. Very quickly about Simplilearn. I've also told you about the ground rules. Quickly about Simplilearn. Simplilearn offers skills in various domains: tech, cybersecurity, cloud computing, data, AI, you name it, right? So in case you're here for the first time, do check out simplilearn.com. You'll find multiple courses, including certifications, long-term postgraduate courses for you to upskill and become job ready and take on whatever roles in your career that you want to. Okay. Um, but today's focus is more around the AWS certifications and also the course which is called AWS Cloud Architect Masters Program. Yeah. So we'll talk about what the course covers, how it's going to get you ready to take up a career in AWS. Okay. So thanks so much for the responses on the poll. I'm going to be sharing these results with Dr. Purushottam, who is our expert for today. So he is a professor of IT and he specializes in cloud computing, Microsoft Azure, AWS, and also operating systems. So he's a Google Scholar, he's a Microsoft certified trainer, he's an AWS certified trainer, he's 3 times AWS certified, also Microsoft Azure certified, and he's also our trainer. He's also a corporate trainer at multiple organizations. So glad to have you again, Dr. Purushottam. If you can introduce yourself to the learners here.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Aparna, for having me here. Right. So I welcome all of you guys. A very good evening to all of you, and good morning and good afternoon to others, those who are joining in from different time zones as well. Right. So thanks for the introduction, Aparna. I'd just like to add more into it. Right. So, guys, I've done my research in cloud computing, my PhD in resource scheduling in cloud in computer science and engineering from VIT Vellore, India. Then I am AWS Certified Architect Professional. That is the top level certification in architect domain on AWS, 3 times certified on AWS Certified Trainer, Microsoft Azure Certified Trainer, Azure Architect, Google Certified Architect, and also Oracle Certified Professional. Then, apart from that, guys, I am working as a corporate trainer associated with many universities also, like Caltech University, USA, Purdue University, with some IITs for delivering their postgraduate program in cloud computing. Yes, and have given corporate trainings at multiple multinational companies, right? So, yeah, this is in short about me, right? So, thank you. We can get started, right, Aparna?
Yes, absolutely. I
Yeah.
think we can get started. But just one quick point to add in case someone is already on our WhatsApp community. It's great. So, in case you aren't, I encourage you to join us there because we send out our webinar alerts on this particular community. So, I've sent the link on the chat. And I'm also going to keep the chat box off for a while we are going through the session. So, over to you, Dr. Purushottam. And I'll be, changing
Sure.
the slides. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. So guys, see, AWS certifications, know the right path for you. Okay. So yeah, we will talk about the various AWS certifications. First of all, before talking about the various AWS certifications, let me tell you, AWS certifications are the, I can say, the most sought after certifications in cloud market, and they are most popular if you'll talk about cloud computing space, especially the public cloud computing space. Okay. And that started from year 2013. Yes. Let's go ahead then. Let's start about the certifications. Yes. So, first of all, why you choose AWS certification? So, see, because of course, see, sorry, you can see you have to learn about AWS first, and when you learn, you get yourself good into AWS. Then the point is you should get yourself certified, guys. Now, why is a need to get yourself certified? So that people can recognize you, so that you yourself can feel good about it, and you yourself will have that confidence that, okay, if you know something good, you are able to certify yourself on that particular platform. And when I talk about certifications, I'm talking about the global certifications, guys. It's always good to give to clear some certification exams from the third parties, but then it's always really useful and of a lot of value when you clear the certifications from the provider itself. That is, in case of AWS certifications, from AWS itself. That is the global level certifications, right? So that is the need of the industry. So AWS certifications are amongst the most in demand in the cloud industry. As I told you, if you talk about the public cloud platform, so AWS uh, certifications are the most sought after, because AWS is the market leader, okay, in the cloud computing space. Okay. So that's why. And of course, you will have skill validation. So it demonstrates your expertise in cloud computing and AWS technologies, guys. So first, you will get to know about it, whether you are good enough to clear the certification. And apart from that, even people will recognize you based on your certifications, correct? So having knowledge is always good, but getting it stamped through certification is what is very important to showcase it to others as well, correct? Then see, of course, so if you do that, that will help you in your career growth. So that will boost your job prospects and earning potential also, guys. Let me tell you, you will get you will get a lot of opportunities if you are AWS certified. In your job changes, if you want to get into a new job, if you're a fresher, again, that can actually provide you a lot of benefits. In fact, I would like to tell you, like in our university also, the fresh graduates, once they get AWS certified, like AWS practitioner, they are getting hired through campus interviews. And then apart from that, when they have the AWS certifications or cloud certifications, their chances of getting hired increases. And then apart from that, what increases more is the package that they get by getting themselves certified. Let's suppose if otherwise they are getting X package, So with this certification, that boost up twice or thrice as well. Okay, so yes, that makes a lot of sense. Uh, and certifications, Kate. So that's what I told you. There is a flexibility. So AWS certifications are not like that. They are just for freshers or like beginners or for professionals. So AWS has got many tiers. We'll talk about those tiers. Like you have the foundation tier, then the associate level, then the professional level. Okay, so you start with the foundation level, then you go to associate, then professional, and there are specialty certifications also. So yeah, uh, s- uh, certifications of AWS will cater to not just the beginners, not just the professionals, not just the specialists, but all of them as well. Correct. So yes, that way. Even if today also, even if I say that okay, I am 3 times AWS certified, I'm having the top level certification in architect domain on AWS, but still there are gates open for me. Cloud AWS is an ocean. I can get into another lateral also. Like if not architect, I have achieved the top level certification in architect domain. So maybe I can get into another lateral specialty certifications or developer level certifications. Correct. So yes, gates are always open. So it has always something to offer to you. Correct. Yeah. So, as I was talking about the different levels, let's talk a bit more into the details of these different levels. So, you have the foundation level first. So, guys, when you get into the cloud space, when you get into AWS specifically, so the first certification that you should aim for is AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner. That comes in the foundation level. So, you should clear the technical essentials and then you should go with this first global certification, that is AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner. And see, as I told you, this is the first certification. This comes in foundation level. So it is ideal for whom? It is ideal for beginners to understand cloud basics and AWS concepts. Okay. So if you are a beginner, of course, you should aim for this certification. Okay. And see, even it is good for beginners. At the same time, it is good for who other people. Like I would say, for the people who do not belong to too much into the technical sides, maybe the HR professionals, maybe the managers, maybe the MBA guys. Okay, because see, uh, when a manager has to lead a team, okay, and he doesn't have to get into the technical details of it, but at least he should know that what is in cloud, what is in AWS, correct? So that he can understand his team better. He should be able to give them the guidelines in a better manner. So that's why they should go with AWS practitioner certification. Now, when I say that it is for manager, maybe for some non-technical guys, so that doesn't mean that it is not for technical guys. Of course, it is very much for technical people also, because see, technical people have to go beyond this also. So it is a stepping stone for them. Okay, once they achieve this by getting this certification, then gates are open. They can then choose a path in the associate level. If they are interested in architect side, they'll go with architect lateral. If they are interested in developer side, they'll go with the developer lateral, and so on. So, but then before all those things, they should have the basics correct, and that can be done with practitioner certification. And for a fresher, let's say if you are a fresh engineering graduate, so even companies will give you a lot of preference if you are only AWS certified cloud practitioner also. As I was telling you, in my university also, students are getting a lot of preference if they are practitioner certified as well. Their chances of getting hired or getting 2 times, 3 times the package increases because they are practitioner certified. Okay. Then once you clear this, then of course, then after that, you can go with the associate level. So in associate, as I told you, there are multiple laterals. Like you can opt for the architect lateral and be AWS certified solutions architect associate, or get into the developer lateral and get AWS certified developer associate certification. Now, when you should go for developer certification, if you are interested more into the coding stuff, then you can go for the developer associate certification. And if you want to get into the system side, go with SysOps administrator associate. Okay. So yes, so that's there. right? So that comes in associate level certification. So as per your interest, you can go with any of that domain or as per your company's demand as well. And so normally, see what AWS tells you is for getting into the associate level certifications, you should have 2 years of work experience plus the understanding of that particular role. Correct. But even without a 2 years of experience, if you study well for the particular certification, you can still get AWS certified architect associate or developer associate or SysOps admin associate as well. Correct. Then you have the professional level. Now, this I would suggest once you clear the associate level, then only you should go for professional tier. Don't go directly for professional tier. Okay. And the point is that if you are in architect domain, then you should go with AWS certified solutions architect professional, which is what till that point I've done. Okay. So this is the top level certification in a particular domain. Like in architect professional is the top level certification. Then if you are into the development side, then you should go with certified DevOps engineer professional. Correct? So yes. So yeah, that's the top level tier, professional tier. Okay. Now, apart from this, there are other specialty level certifications also that AWS has launched for you for advanced roles. Like if you are working as a security specialty engineer, you should go with AWS certified security specialty, or you can go with data analytics specialty, machine learning specialty, correct? So you can opt for that as well. Okay. So that is also there. Okay. So you can then go for the specialty level certifications as well. Okay, based on your role in your organization or based on your interest as well. Yes, so these are pretty much what the levels you have got and what you should aim for and how you should go for. Correct? Yeah. Okay, so choosing the right certification path. So as I told you, if you are a beginner, you should start with practitioner to understand what? To understand the basics in AWS. Okay, and then once you, so see, I'll tell you whether you want, whether you are a developer, whether you are an architect in your on-premises, whether you are a SysOps guy, whether you are interested in machine learning certification, whatever it is. First, you should go for AWS certified cloud practitioner because if you are new to AWS, okay. So if you are new to AWS, always you should start with AWS Cloud Practitioner certification to understand the basics into cloud, into AWS. And then if you are from the development end or if you are if you are pretty good in coding, then you should go for developer associate certification. So opt for developer associate to master coding on AWS. Okay. Then you can also go for architect level. So you can go for solutions architect associate to design AWS solutions. Of course, yes, because architect's job is to design the things. And let me tell you, architects are the highly paid uh, persons in the industries, and they are very valued persons. Okay, they get a lot of value because they can save a lot of money for your organization. Correct. Because they will have to make the design decisions. Let's say if a particular task can be done in multiple ways with the help of multiple services. So which one is the right path, which service you should go with, correct? So architects, that's why, are very valued persons in the market. Okay. Yes. So yeah, that's there. And that's why that comes with experience as well. Then if you want to pursue SysOps admin associate for infrastructure management, you are working as an administrator or you want to work as an administrator, you want to be on the infra management side. So you should go with SysOps admin associate as well. Then for advanced roles, you can consider professional or specialty certifications for deep expertise into the field. Okay. So you should go with then the professional or specialty certifications as well. Yeah. So that's there. Yes. Yeah. So now see the benefits of AWS certifications. So of course you will have increased credibility, guys. I mean, you will yourself see. I mean, if you have already experienced it, it's good. Otherwise, you will ask the people around who are certified, and you ask them whether it has increased their credibility. It has increased it uh, three folds, four folds. Okay, it's like people will value you. Okay, so you will stand out in a competitive job market. In fact, like, see, I mean, uh, I'll give you my personal example. Being working as a corporate trainer, also, I'll tell you, we do get a lot of requirements from industries to get their employees trained on AWS, let's say Azure, these cloud platforms, correct? So industries, companies are spending their amount to get their employees trained on that particular technology on AWS, correct? So the point is that why is the need? The need is there because almost all the companies, and they say like by 2025, 90% of the companies will move towards cloud, and already many of the companies are in cloud. So, but then the expertise is not that much. The employees, what they have in their organizations are not may not be having those many skills or AWS skills to work in the cloud platform, correct? So that's why companies are spending the money to train their employees, correct? And then if you have those skills, then you will stand out in that competitive job market. People will value you, will respect you. In fact, that's what I tell in my university also, like to my students as well. And that they get that benefit also when companies do come for hiring them for their job role. Okay. So if they are certified, normally their interview goes by asking the questions on AWS itself. Okay, cloud itself, and yeah, they get a lot of edge. They get placed, and they get placed at higher jobs, at higher packages. Yeah, so that's makes you, because if companies are spending their money for getting their employees trained on the said cloud platform, what if they already get persons who are good in that particular skill set, okay, who already have that skill set, who are already cloud certified, AWS certified, so they'll always prefer you. Okay, then you'll also have hands-on learning. So, I mean, with hands-on learning, you get practical job-ready skills, correct? So you get job-ready. Global recognition is there. So AWS is the leading global cloud provider worldwide, and we all know about it, correct? So AWS certifications are the most sought after, and they came first into the market. And there's an organization that is Gartner, that is a research organization that rates different cloud platforms as well. So let me tell you, AWS is the market leader in Gartner's Magic Quadrant as well, wherein they have four quadrants like visionaries, challengers, and so on. So they have this leader quadrant also. So AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, they belong to the leader quadrant, but AWS is at the top even in leader quadrant, correct? So yeah, so that is there. And of course you have networking opportunities, so you can join an elite community of certified professionals, that is AWS certified professionals, if you get yourself AWS certified. And apart from that, see, AWS every year they do conduct AWS reInvent event also in Los Angeles, which you can attend offline or in online mode as well, wherein whatever they have done, the new advancements over the year for their services, they do release that in that event, correct? So yes, and you get to know people, you get to know who others are certified, and yeah, that helps you. Yeah. And yeah, so then simply learn resources for AWS certification. Okay, so what we do provide for AWS certification, so we provide comprehensive training programs, guys. Okay, so we do offer you AWS certification courses that are tailored for all levels. Like, since AWS certification is at foundation level, associate level, professional, and specialty level also. So Simply Learn offers you AWS certification courses that are tailored for all the levels. So if you want to do a foundational level certification onto AWS, we can make you prepare for that. We do have courses for that. We do have course for associate level certification, for professional, and for specialty certification. So we cater all kinds of certification courses for AWS here at Simplilearn. Then we do have hands-on labs as well, guys. So you can gain practical experience with AWS tools and services through interactive real-world projects, right? So of course, I mean, see, if you talk about cloud and then if you say, no, 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 I am just good with the theory knowledge or the concept knowledge of cloud, well, that's not at all good enough. Okay, let me be very, very clear here. That is not at all good enough. When you talk about cloud, it's more of about the hands-on than about the concepts. See, I'm not saying that you should not be good in concepts. Of course, that has to be cleared first. But then, if you go with just concepts and not the hands-on, not the practical, I see there is little meaning of that, correct? So you should always be very good on your hands-on skills when you talk about cloud platform, let it be AWS, Azure, GCP. So here at Simplilearn, we have designed our courses like that so that there you will have a lot of hands-on activities, lot of labs, project-related labs, real-time project-related use cases, correct? Yeah, and that is very much required, guys, because that will make you job ready, or even if, I mean, that will give you more confidence on what you're doing, and that helps you in your production environments, isn't it, to work on the projects. Right, so that's there. So we do have that. And of course, we have expert-led training. So you can learn from industry experts with deep knowledge of AWS technologies and best practices from certified professionals like others. Yeah. So, yeah, we do have expert-led training. Then flexible learning options are there. So you can choose from self-paced learning, live online classes, or blended learning models. So see, I mean, we do have live classes wherein the trainer would take it up for you. Okay, the courses, and then we have self-learning videos also apart from that, that will supplement the live learning classes as well. Yeah, so yes, so you have flexible learning options. And apart from self-learning videos also, even the live classes are recorded, so even if you miss on something someday, you can always refer to the recording. Okay, so that's available with you. Plus, we do provide certification assistance as well by giving you access to practice test, mock exams, and personalized support to ace your certification. Correct. So yeah, certification assistance is also provided here. So that's there. So take the next step today then, guys. What are you waiting for? Correct. So you can choose the certification that aligns with your career goals. Okay. So now it is up to you. If you are a developer guy, go with the developer lateral. If you are a systems guy, if you are into administrator side, go with that lateral. If you are an architect guy, go with that lateral. Or if you're new to cloud, if you want to get understand, I mean, if you want to if you're getting into AWS first, go with practitioner certification first. Yeah. So yes, choose the certification that aligns with your career goals and invest in your learning journey with structured learning. So see, now you may find a lot of sources that are available. I mean, that are available openly also on YouTube. Maybe you'll find it, but then all that is unstructured learning, guys. I mean, so you should have the proper way of learning, a structured way of learning. So that is something that we do provide here, and you should invest your learning journey with that structured training. Okay, so take your skills and career to the next level with AWS certifications, and that will matter a lot. Yeah.
Right. I think we had an insightful session here on how one can go about choosing an AWS career. So before we talk about the course, I think you've already highlighted the details of the course and general highlights of all our courses here. But I would just like to ask our learners, what is exactly stopping them from picking an AWS career path or a certification? So I'm just going to launch a quick poll, and then we'll head to Q&A as well. So someone had a question, I think, which I already answered. But if you guys have questions, I'm just going to open up the chat box as well. Um, you can use either the Q&A box or the chat box. Whatever your questions are, please put them there so that Dr. Purushottam can answer them. Yes, great, great. Yeah, all right. So I think we already have some answers to the poll question. A lot of you feel that you don't have the practical exposure to become job ready, right? So, which is why the hands-on labs are really important, and also it is important to give you an option to learn from a self-paced video versus a live session. So that is why all of our trainings or courses that you find in AWS or in the cloud computing domain are a mix of every problem that you face. So there's we address every problem that you face. So basically, you have courses that have comprehensive curriculum. You have courses that offer you the hands-on learning that you want, and also help you learn in a way that it's not affecting your schedule, right? Which is why we give you access to self-paced content, anything that's a video, a class recording, so you get lifetime access to that. And also, this particular course, which is called the AWS Cloud Architect Master's Program, offers official AWS authored self-learning content. So, which means you're getting content that is probably curated by AWS, right? So, along with giving you the necessary skills for you to pick up job roles and go on to take on certifications in AWS, we also offer Job Assist, which means we don't guarantee a job role for you, but we help you find a job with an IIM Jobs Pro membership. If you're in India or if you're in the US, there's something known as Talent Inc. So you get a pro membership of that, and that's how you will be able to access recruiters. Recruiters will be able to access you, and with this you are able to highlight your resume. Okay, so a bit about the course. Remember, the next cohort is starting in a month, so you have some time to enroll, but we take limited amount of enrollments in each cohort. So please make sure you fill in the application, or all you can do is to just click on the poll that I'm about to launch in some time, right? So meanwhile, if you guys have questions, please put it on the Q&A box. So, Dr. Purushottam, there's just a question from Kaushik, which says, to get a pro DevOps, I think I'm assuming professional DevOps certificate, which associate level certificate should he have for a DevOps certification?
Okay,
Yes.
so for professional DevOps certificate, he can go for AWS developer certification first. Okay,
Right. Mhm.
right. So he can go for developer level certification in the associate level tier. Okay,
Right.
and then of course he can go for the DevOps professional certification as well.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
So there's one more question from Nayan from YouTube. Can we get a job based on only AWS certification? So is that true or?
Now, see, it depends whether you are a fresher or you have the experience. Now, if you are a fresher, so just with AWS certification may not help you because company will uh, uh, also test you on other things also. Like if you'll ask me if for the students in my university, uh, for the campus interviews, company tests them on their aptitude level first. Then there, for some companies, there are group discussions. And then in the interview, actually, your AWS skills will then matter. Okay. But before that, maybe some companies test them on aptitude and then some test on some technical theory, technical paper. And then, of course, some test them on GD as well after the aptitude test. And then in the interview, in the technical interview is somewhere this helps you.
Got it.
But yeah, if you are an experienced professional and you want to switch your job, so of course it will not be that you will just have AWS skills, you will have other skills as well. Okay, so with those skills and then these AWS skills, surely you will be able to get what you want. Correct?
Right. Okay. Great. Great. So there's one more question on the chat here. Nishant has a question. What services are required for AWS Solutions Architect, Associate, and Professional?
Okay, so if you'll talk about the services, okay, so you will see for architect associate, architect professional, the services may be these a lot similar services, And for both the certifications and for for many of the certifications, first of all, core services are something that you should be good with. Now, when I
Mm.
say core services, so basically, I'm talking about these, let's say, storage services like EBS volumes, S3, EFS, then compute-based services like EC2, Elastic Beanstalk and stuff, and then now, I'm not getting into the details of those services, but yeah, core-based services like compute services, storage services, then networking related services like VPC, subnets and stuff. Okay. Then database related services like RDS, DynamoDB, RDS for handling relational database, DynamoDB for NoSQL kind of database. Okay. So yeah, so that of course is there. And so all the core level services and plus application level services like SQS, SNS, yeah. So these all plus there are monitoring services like you have CloudWatch to monitor your resources, CloudTrail to monitor user activity, what has created, which user has created, which service at what time. Okay, so all these services plus core services plus additional services AWS comes up and that includes it. So yeah, good number of services, not all the services, but yeah, these good number of services would be there. And then the pattern in which they are asked in the architect associate or architect professional will differ a bit. The difficulty level in professional
Mm.
will be more. But yeah, in architect associate or architect professional, both it would be scenario based questions that would be asked to you, wherein you would be tested like if you want to do a particular job. So there are multiple ways in which you can do so. So which one you would like to go with? Okay. So that means it's like not the questions that the only one option will be correct. Maybe multiple options will be correct there. But then which is the best one? Okay, which is the best one is something that is what is expected from you. Okay, so that will give you the marks, or that will be the marked as the right answer. Correct. So that's where your knowledge or maybe the practical knowledge on these AWS services is going to be really handy to you, because if you have that practical hands-on knowledge, you will be able to differentiate. Okay, so based on your use case, like based on your budget requirements and other stuff, you should be able to make the correct choice and go with the right service to use.
Got it, got it. So there's another learner who wants to know if so the foundation level knowledge for a DevOps or a cloud engineer is all the same, or are they different?
Foundation level knowledge for
So yeah,
DevOps
the
or
AWS, I think the foundation level
Mhm.
certifications
Okay, it is
are,
okay, it is
yeah,
common for all or it is different.
yeah,
That's what.
that's the
So see,
question.
yeah, so if you go with AWS certified cloud practitioner,
Mm.
okay, so
Mm.
then it is common for all. Okay.
Okay.
But then if you want to get into, let's say, AI side, artificial
Mm.
intelligence side on AWS, okay, so
Okay.
then there is also a foundation level certification for AI on AWS as well. That is AI practitioner. Okay, so
Yeah.
that will be different. But even if you want to get yourself AI practitioner certified, I would say first one you should go with is AWS practitioner certified only, because AWS practitioner certified would be common for all, whether you want to become an AI engineer or whether you want to be on the DevOps side, whether you want to be on the architect side on AWS, correct? So AWS practitioner certification is for the foundational knowledge on AWS, okay, foundation level services, and that is common for all, and that you should opt for first. And let me tell you, in AWS practitioner certification, you may get the exposure to many services, but then it's like core services are something that you should be good in a bit more detail. But yes, for other services, it is like even if you know the introduction of those services, that is good enough. And
Mm.
I would say a practitioner certification would be like jack of many services, but master of only few. Okay, so not few also. I would say yeah, but then jack of many
Yes,
services it would be
got it.
there, right?
Got it.
So
I
that's it.
think you addressed the next question also, which is whether, I mean, I'm not sure. I feel the answer is yes, but someone wants
Mhm.
to do an AWS AI and an AWS Solutions Architect certification together. So is that possible? How is that going to work out for them? I mean, I think that's their question.
Okay, if someone wants to get AWS AI
AI
as well as
and
AWS.
solutions architect.
Okay, so two different things. Of course, you can go with so you can always go with AWS AI also in AWS Solutions Architect Associate together as well. But yeah, the services will be a bit different. But yeah, in so see, I would say AI certification is a specialty level certification, correct? So when you go with AI certification, probably there also you will be good, or you have to be good in some core services like storage and compute, but not into greater detail onto those core services. But what should you be more good into is the AI related services on AWS. Now, when I say AI related services, I am talking about, let's say, SageMaker, let's say Comprehend, let's say Textract service. Okay, so yeah, so all these and other more AI related services are something Poly and so on. So yeah, so these services you have to be very good at, correct? So they are the AI related services. Okay.
Okay.
Whereas if if you talk about solution architect certification, so there the core services you should be very good at, like compute, storage, VPC, network related services, database related services, plus application related services. So those are something that you should be very good at, correct? So based on the services, that will differ a bit, your expertise or the level of your knowledge on different services. Correct. And yeah, apart from that, even the expectation level will differ. A solution architect associate should be good in making the design decision. So the questions that would be asked in the exam will test you on those particular skills. And whereas an AI guy is having a different aspect, so you will be tested accordingly in your AI level for your AI level certification as well.
Got
I hope
it.
that answers.
Yeah. I think the next two questions are similar but for different age groups, I guess. Someone is asking, Miriam is asking if she can get an AWS certification without a degree. Is that possible?
See, yeah, can I get a job with the AWS? Okay, she's asking a job with the AWS
Job, yeah,
certification.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah, sure,
Sorry,
no
sorry.
problems.
Without,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
job with AWS certifications without a degree. Now, see, if the company is okay, they can give you the job.
Hmm.
So, but then see, normally, if you will see, so there are companies which are okay to hire you, but at least you should be, I mean, you should have the graduate level of certification,
Yeah.
correct? I mean, graduate level of education. Okay, you should be a graduate, correct? And then if you have AWS certification, they can hire you. But then again, see, it's not that is a, I mean, a strict guideline that if you are not a graduate, you cannot be hired by a company, because
Hmm.
software companies, like the private software companies, they can have their own say also. So
Yeah.
even if you are diploma and if you have AWS certification, still you can be hired. Okay. So I would say yes, not for all the companies, but yes, for some companies, it can be the case. Yes, you can be hired. But of course, may not be the true other way around. If you are a graduate and if you don't possess certification on
That's
AWS, or
obvious.
if otherwise you're not good in other things also, maybe then it's difficult to get a job, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely. Can someone over 40 years of age be hired with an AWS certification? Is
Yes,
that?
of course. Why not? Why
Mhm.
not? Why not?
Mhm.
Of course, yes. I know people. Okay,
Mhm.
they get hired as well. Now, it depends what you have done for 40 years also. Like, I mean, after your education.
Yeah.
If you are saying that if you are working somewhere and after 40 you get yourself AWS certified and you get a job, of course you can, I mean, that is possible. And then if you are saying that if I'm already in IT field and then after 40 I get AWS certification and then I get the job, it is quite obvious you will get it. But even if you come from a non-technical background, or even if you come from a job that is a non-technical job, okay, and then after 40 years of age, you get yourself AWS certified, then can you get into the technical space? Can you get into IT industry? So yes, of course, that can also be a case that can be there as well. In fact, I
Mhm.
know people like, in fact, if you see on um, um, the Udemy and stuff. There are some good speakers. One of the speaker I knew, he was like he by profession he was a lawyer, and then he got himself AWS certified. So yeah, you can get into that space even after you're 40 also. If you are already into IT space or technical space, and after 40, if you are doing AWS certifications, it's easier to get hired. But if you come from a non-technical background, and after 40, if you are getting yourself AWS certified, it may not be that easy, but then yes, you can still be hired. It also depends on whether you are certified and whether you have that knowledge or not. So that is
Mm.
what matters a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think the next one is about if someone is from a non-IT background, then is the CPE, which is a Cloud Practitioner Essentials certification. Is that a good start for
Yes,
someone
of
who's
course,
beginner?
of course, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
of course.
yeah.
That's what I told before also in my
Mm.
explanations. If you are from technical background and new to AWS, of course you should go with practitioner certificate, and then
Mhm.
as per your choice or as per your industry demand, you can go with architect associate or developer associate and so on. But if you're
Mm.
coming in from a non-IT background and you want to, I mean, you are going to be non-IT background, let's say you want to be, I mean, you are going to be in marketing side or let's say sales side, okay,
Mm.
or you are going to work as a manager wherein your team is going to be like on from the technical side. So then you can communicate well with them if you know about AWS, the services with practitioner certification. Plus, if you are a marketing or sales guy, then also if you know about AWS, you will be able to deal with your clients, with your customers in a better manner because when you want to sell some product, let's say, for example, and that comes in from AWS end, so you will have the know-how about it, and then you can give the knowledge to them. Okay, like just a simple example. Let's say if you go to any let's say Apple mobile store, correct? Okay, to buy an iPhone or any Apple product. Okay, so if you get into touch with the sales guy there, so if those guys don't have the what the knowledge about their product, the technical specification also, then it becomes difficult for them to convince you or explain you the features. So that's how it is. So you should be good with AWS then if you are dealing with customers from cloud space as well.
Got it. So, in that case, if someone is just starting out and is from a software engineering or a non-software, you mean to say that they can still start off with this CP and then they're good to go, right?
Of course,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
of course, yes.
Mhm.
So that's where if they get with cloud practitioner certification, so they will get that knowledge, and then they can deal with their customers or their clients or maybe their team who is going to work on AWS or their customers and client who are the customers or clients of AWS itself. So yeah, they can deal with them. They can communicate well with them. They'll be able to make them understand the benefits of AWS, or they'll be able to understand what they want to say to them. Correct?
Got it. So just to add to how this course is really useful and what this course has, so we've got AWS certification course, which is the AWS Solutions Architect, and then the other courses as well. So maybe Dr. Purushottam, if you can just highlight the benefits of these modules in this course so that people
Yeah,
can
so
make a decision. Yeah.
surely, yeah. So when you go with AWS Solutions Architect certification course, initially there is AWS Cloud Technical Essentials. So yeah, Cloud Technical Essentials will give you the know-how about the services. So this is more of towards knowing about AWS and its core services or the basics of AWS. So that is somewhere aligning to practitioner certification, not 100%, but yeah, that will prepare you somewhere for the practitioner certification. But yes, AWS Solutions Architect course. So this is something, if you do this, so this is like can prepare you for architect level certification on AWS. That is AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate. Yeah. So you'll have very more of hands-on into the core application level services on AWS with this certification, correct? And yeah, then the next one that comes in, maybe if you scroll a bit, yeah. So, yes, so then apart from that, see, this is that are the compulsory things. Plus, apart from that, you have the elective certification also. Like you can opt for AWS Developer Associate, which will prepare you for the developer certification, plus AWS database migration. So that will that can prepare you for database migration thing. And SysOps Associate is for SysOps Admin Associate certification. So if you are from the admin side, so yeah, that can help you for that. Okay. So yes, and so you can master AWS services. Official AWS content is provided. So with that, you can master AWS services as well. Yeah. So these are the electives. Of course, you can opt for all of them or
Got
um, any of them. Yeah.
Great, great, great. So someone asked about job guarantee, like I said, so there is no job guarantee, but we definitely help you build a powerful resume, help you understand what exactly you should be highlighting and coming to hands-on learning. So we already said that you will be able to learn these tools hands-on along with labs. You get this industry recognized certificate as a part of this course. So
I
in case
would,
you, yeah.
sorry to interrupt you, Aparna, but I would like to add here. See, I mean, don't fall prey to anyone. I would say uh, just by getting. I mean, if someone is telling you, I give you job guarantee, don't fall prey for such promises. I would suggest you, because see, at the end of the day, anyone can make you learn. Anyone can teach you to the best of the way he or she can. But then it's like, if till the point you don't listen, you will not get it. Correct. So the point is, there's nothing like job guarantee in this market. Okay. So it is a combined effort. I hope you agree with me. Okay. So people can make you learn. People can train you. They can train you to their 100%. Okay. They can give their best to you and make sure that you get it. But at the end of the day, you have to keep your eyes and mind open to grasp it as well. Correct. So people can help you to get into it. So Simplilearn provides you assistance. But then if you talk about guarantee, so yeah, don't fall prey for
Yeah,
such things, I
absolutely.
would
So
say.
it also
False promises
depends
also.
on a lot of combination of skills, not just the technical skills. I mean, how you are as an employee, whether you're a culture fit. I mean, there are a lot of factors that go into choosing a certain person for a job role. So I think I totally agree and vouch for what Dr. Purushottam has just said. So please take a look at the course page and feel free to check out the content, the course content and all the other details that you have here for you to make a decision there, right? So now that we've addressed the most important questions, whether it's related to the course or whether it's related to the certification parts, just to add to someone's question on YouTube, I think we would be doing a series of webinars on different AWS certification paths. I haven't yet reached out to Dr. Purushottam for that, but we do have a plan in the upcoming months to target specific career paths, whether it's architecture, whether it's development, whether it's DevOps. So we do have a plan. Someone asked if there's a roadmap for AI cloud engineer. So we will be covering these career paths in the upcoming months. Just hold on and keep following us for updates. Remember the WhatsApp community that I sent, you will find these updates there. So before anyone else, you will receive an update there, right?
Yeah, and
Okay.
even Aparna, I would like to add, I mean, they can see my few recordings also on that. I mean, I think I've conducted those in the past.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
even on the Simplilearn on-demand webinar pages, so if you just check out cloud computing specific webinars, you might find, yes, a lot of them, in fact, on solutions architect, applications architect, you will be able to find these recordings in the past. But specifically speaking about these certifications, we'll be doing more such webinars in the future. So you can be rest assured there. Right. So that brings us to the end of this poll as well, which I asked if you're interested in the course. So I'm just going to also ask you to fill in the certificate poll for the webinar certificate. A lot of you were keen to know if you would get the certificate here, right? And also, of course, I will send these details on a WhatsApp community as well, but some of you might want to connect with Dr. Purushottam offline. We did share his profile here. I'm just sharing one particular link, which is about the different AWS certifications and also Dr. Purushottam's LinkedIn profile. Of course, please keep your questions relevant to AWS certifications or whatever it is, and keep them short, without obviously spamming him too much. But this is just to for you to reach out and ask whatever apprehensions, doubt you have. Okay, just going to do that here. Yes, here you go. That's Dr. Purushottam's profile. People on YouTube, I don't think I'll be able to share the link here. I'm not allowed to text there, but you should be able to find a list of AWS certifications on the AWS website itself. Okay, great, great. So I think we've given you all the information that you need. In case there's anything else, please use the Q&A box for questions. We're pretty much done here. It's on the screen. I mean, you should be able to use the poll if you're watching us on Zoom. Okay. Any closing thoughts, Dr. Purushottam? Any advice apart from whatever you've said already?
Yeah, so just I would like to thank you. Thank you for inviting me here and having me here. It's always being a privilege to be with you people here, like to be with Simplilearn webinars, to be with you, Aparna, here with the Simplilearn webinars, right? So yeah, thanks for that. And it's always great to interact with participants, with the learners, with all the good participants who always wants to learn.
Yeah,
So guys, it was nice to interact with you, and yeah, feel free to join Simplilearn courses, and yeah, they are also one of the top rated courses in the market. And yes, one thing is for very sure, whether you are joining Simplilearn courses or not, get into cloud space, get into AWS, get into Azure cloud platform that can really help you. Yeah, so that's what I would like to tell you, and I would like to give you all the best for your future endeavors. Yeah, God bless us all. Thank you.
great. Thank you so much, Dr. Purushottam. It was wonderful hosting you and also listening to your advice today. It was great, great having all of you here, all of you enthusiastic learners. Thank you everyone for joining in on a weekday morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever is the time there. But it was amazing having you guys and answering these questions. We'll share more of these updates, on your emails and on WhatsApp, right? So thanks so much again. Have a great day. Bye bye. Bye, Dr. Bushra.